What's up, guys? JVonD here in the studio, Boulder, Colorado. I'm going to give you a quick review on the Vizio 4K 70-inch I got. It's probably about, I think it's an E-Series, probably about $1,000 from any retailer. Look for the open box though, because I think there's going to be a lot, because people are not going to know what the hell they're doing. But I'm actually going to show you some 4K content on the 4K screen, because a lot of the videos out there that I was trying to find to help me pick one out, the guys didn't even have 4K, so it's kind of stupid. But here's a really cool shot of the 4K right now with the screensaver. It looks amazing. So here's my 4K desktop, and a little bit later in the video I'm going to show you some really cool Chromecast stuff too. But right now I'm going to give this TV about an 8 out of 10 rating. There's a couple things that will kind of bug me, that kind of gave me that lower rating, that, you know, as much as it would bug me, it doesn't really bug other people. Like, for instance, if I'm going to move from my computer input to, let's say, like my TV input or my gaming console input, some of the windows might not hold their spot. So what I think the TV does is disconnects that HDMI, and then it tells my computer that there's no more monitor connected, and it screws up my windows. So maybe that's something I can set in my control panel. I used to be able to force a resolution, but I can't find that, but it might be there somewhere. But anyways, another thing that kind of isn't all that great is that there's a tiny bit of shadowing right along the edges, which it don't bother me. It might bother some people, but it don't bother me, so I brought down the rating a little bit. But at the very least, 7 out of 10. I am loving it personally. This is a 4K desktop computer screen. There's no scaling, zero scaling. That means that there's most people, like 9 out of 10 videos you probably watch on YouTube, have some dude who's running a 4K monitor that's scaling it up. Basically, when you scale up your operating system, you lose like all the resolution. Sure, it looks good, but even some stuff I found doesn't work properly. Like you know, a drawing tool doesn't track the mouse properly because JavaScript isn't used to scaling and all this crap. So this is a pure 4K resolution desktop. One thing I would recommend doing if you're going to do this, which I love it. Like when I go back to my old monitors now, it's like, oh my god, this looks so cheesy. But what you can do is go right into, like, let's say you're using Google Chrome here, you can go into the settings area and, you know, show advanced. And I think there's a web content font sizes, so you can bring up, hopefully in a lot of the apps that are being built right now, you can bring up and down your font size within the app so that the scaling isn't an issue. You know, I got this like, you know, convertible PC here. This has like a 13-inch monitor or something. It's got like a 1440 resolution. You got to scale the thing up, like it's ridiculous how much you got to scale it up in your operating system. So it's like you lose a lot of quality, even though it looks amazing. You lose some quality, but I don't even know why they, you know, put that type of resolution on a tiny little monitor. You have to scale it up. So, you know, eventually the operating systems are just going to scale it up regardless. But this is zero scaling right here we're looking at. Okay, so one of the weird things about this TV that is kind of crappy, and like I was saying, look for the open box, is because a lot of people aren't going to be able to figure out the TV. I mean, it's pretty basic, but a couple ways to control the TV is with your Android device or some iOS device. Here's the thing. You don't need that for more than like an hour or two when you're running the thing through its test. So you get the device. I didn't even have one, so if you don't have one, just go borrow somebody's iPhone or Android and you know, get the SmartCast app, set up your TV, and then you're done. The cool thing is it's got picture modes, so every input will save its picture mode, and so you just make a ton of picture modes. I don't know if there's a limit to them, but Vizio sells it with like probably like 5 or 6 different picture modes, and they're all pretty much junk. You want to overwrite them or delete them, but so I just made a bunch of my own custom picture modes, and you can save them right in your TV. So for instance, this is the computer bright, but if I scroll way over here, I mean, look at all the modes I put in here, to computer normal. So let's say, you know, this one's just a little bit dimmer, this display of the computer bright one. It's just, but this is pretty awesome. If I get burned out or something, I can put it on this mode, and this mode is just a little brighter. I don't know if that other one, it almost seemed like it had that clear view on. But for the most part, just don't even use the advanced settings like clear view, active LED areas. Like, I don't even know what that stuff does. I think clear view bumps up the refresh rate, but it has to process frames in between, which for most stuff it doesn't even, you don't even need it, because if you're displaying at 4K, then just let it display at 4K and be good with it. But maybe it's for some older, like some smaller resolutions that has like sporting events or something, it might need it. It might look better. But yeah, this the picture modes, you can see that I have computer bright. There's a standard. This stuff comes with Vizio. I mean, look at who the hell. What are they like? You know, calibrated's not bad. Calibrated dark's not bad. But like the vivid is like just like blasting your face off. Like you're gonna. Oh, look at gaming. See that clear view? You can see the clear view just strobing, right? Yeah, like see, that's a perfect example of what Clearview does. It's like not good. Look at computers like super bright. It's like holy crap! How are you supposed to look at that? Like who at Vizio is actually setting this up? Gaming. Looks like they have that Clearview stuff put on that. So I set up these like cast mode. I did set up a Clearview that obviously isn't as crazy bright, and it doesn't like it won't flicker as much. But my Clearview looks like way better than their Clearview. There's a TV mode for like my crappy TV box that I plug in. It's just a little bit dimmer, but here's my normal computer mode. But I should have put like computer bright as my normal computer mode, because I think I'll be using this one more, unless I get like burned out from being on it like all day long. I'll go to the other computer mode. So that's pretty cool. So basically what I'm trying to explain is that once you set up the TV, you won't need your Android or iOS device anymore. So, yeah, enjoy. I'm going to run a quick video of me a couple days ago, and I know I'm still wearing the same damn clothes, but it's a video of me talking about the monitor, so enjoy that, and stick around for my special guest in the studio, my daughter Sophie JVonD. She's the best. We were playing some Mario Brothers off the Wii U, so stick around for the end of the video and you can watch us play that. So. See you later, and I think if you want to jump ahead about 10 minutes, you'll see the Chromecast part, which is pretty freaking stunning, so we'll see that. So there's a couple advanced settings that you can do that include active LED zones, clear action, game latency, block noise reducer, signal noise reducer, film mode, different color space settings, gamma. So there is quite a bit of cool features you can do with this TV. What's cool about that is once you pick your input and put it into a specific mode, then you don't really have to deal with the crap anymore, the tablet and nothing. So right now, all I wanted to do when I was looking for a TV was to have somebody show me the damn 4K with a computer desktop. Here it is, folks, computer desktop. Bam! That's what you get right there. It's a beautiful thing. Oh my God, look at all those. Before, you know, there was an issue when going from LCD to LED where you couldn't really use the LEDs for your computers because it just looked like crap. For some reason, I don't know why, but the LCDs were perfect. So I went from having a 55-inch LCD at 1080 to not being able to buy a new one when my 1080 broke, or my LCD broke. I wasn't able to buy a new one because everything went to LED. I was like, well, I can't buy an LED because it's going to drive my brain crazy and burn me out like crazy. So I wanted to go to 4K, which would kind of fix that problem. And the thing with 4K is, though, I don't want to scale up. A lot of people are buying 4K and then they're telling their operating system to scale it up, which will basically give you a smaller resolution. So you buy a 4K, you scale it up, you lose half your resolution that you bought a 4K to have. At least that's what I'm finding a lot of people doing when they get a 4K monitor for their computer. And let me be very clear that you need to push a 4K signal out of your computer. A lot of computers don't push 4K signals unless you have a DVI out, but this has HDMI 2, which will, if you have HDMI 1.4, you can do a 4K signal at 30 Hertz. Not good enough, at least not from what I noticed with this. I bought a special on Amazon. It's a GTX 1050 by EVGA, which has an HDMI 2. So the HDMI 2 will push the 4K at 60 Hertz refresh rate. That's huge, because when I did some testing and I pushed a 30 hertz refresh rate to this TV, my mouse like wasn't really reacting good enough. I would have returned it. But with the 60 hertz at 4K, it's rocking. I'm loving it. So that's just something to be aware of. A lot of computers with the regular HDMIs will not be able to push the 4K. That being said, that card on Amazon was probably 130 bucks. I definitely highly recommend it. So you get that card, and it's running super quiet. It's running right now, and the thing you can't even hear. I haven't even took the thing over the lowest fan setting that it has, so it's running super quiet, super cool. I haven't even touched it. So before, what I had, I mean, I'm a trader. I got charts. You know what I'm saying? A lot of traders will have like 5 1080 monitors or something like that. I just wanted one monitor to have all my charts, have all my crap. So now I used to only be able to put 9 charts up, and this would overlay this over here. So this would actually be tab. I'd have to tab back and forth from this to this, and a bunch of other grids that I had set up. So now, instead of having just 9, I have 25 daily charts and my other platform set up to trade in, and a full browser. So my browser has plenty of room. I have some conferencing software over here. I have my chat room for my website. So that these are just extra stuff on the side that's like awesome. Yeah. So I can flip through some of these. Here's my digital audio workstation here. If I bump up like another one of these charts, there's another one, a little more of an intraday chart. So I have plenty of room for all this stuff. And when I first got the TV, I was worried about like flickering and burning myself out in my head, because I gotta stare at this like for like, I don't know, 7 hours a day at least when I'm trading. So I was worried about like having like, just having too much brightness, because when I first got the TV, I plugged it in, it was too bright. I had to go into my computer's graphics settings and turn everything way down. But then finally, I got into the advanced settings with an iPad or an Android, and was able to drop those levels down, and thus it works perfect. It looks great. I'm going to be able to do it without burning myself out too bad. So, like, the only thing that I've noticed that is kind of annoying, and obviously you're gonna, like, without scaling up, you're gonna have really tiny icons for, let's say, like on your taskbar, it's gonna have tiny icons, really small text, and a couple other things. Like if you look really closely, you'll look at and you'll see like a little bit of a color issue with some of the text, but really I can deal with it. It's not a big deal. One of the cool things is with a lot of the new software, like Google Chrome, for example, you can go into the settings and specify what text you want stuff to appear as. So instead of scaling everything up, you can leave everything not scaled at all, and preserve your resolution size, and then tell your browser to scale up the browser itself, not everything else. So that's what's going to give me all that room for all my charts and stuff. It's beautiful. And another thing is, a lot of these reviews online are dudes that like aren't even watching 4K. It's like there is no 4K content. You can go to YouTube and check out some 4K content. I think if you put in like 4K animated, one of the best videos I found was the Storks video. But then there's like if you put in 4K Bunny, is a really old school 4K at 60 frames per second. So this should actually be the limit of my HDMI output from my video card. And it works good. So, but the thing is, I have this setting for my computer, so it's missing a lot of that intelligent video, what do you call it, the clear motion, I think it's called, something like that. Yeah, I don't really like the clear motion. The clear motion will, I think it bumps its processing up to like 240 hertz, which it has to predict frames for you, which I'm not a big fan of. So how do I get back into this stupid thing here? Let's see, device settings. What happened? Where am I? Oh, okay. Well, anyways, so this is pure 4K right here. It runs really good. It looks great. But if I wanted to, if I'm actually going to be watching 4K for a while on my computer, I might actually go into a different setting mode or a picture mode and have all the advanced stuff to like the clear view and stuff. But for my computer, I'm not really going to do that. So another thing is, let's see. So I have an HD or a DVR antenna box. So that gives me high def over the air. And here we go. Here's some 1080. And let's see. This should be 1080. Okay, so here's a crazy example of something cool you can do. There's a pink line going across this TV here. So what I'm going to do is go in. Let me see if I can get back into this thing here. Okay, here's picture mode. I'm going to go in here, and this is a great option. I'm going to go to picture size. I'm going to vertical up a tiny bit. Look, it's gone. So I actually just fixed the problem. I got rid of that line just by going up there and expanding it one notch. I'm going to go and expand the horizontal one too. So it goes a little bit bigger than the frame. And then every time you pick a different input, depending on which mode you have it in, will give you it'll give you different stuff. So this one, for example, has reduced signal noise. It has reduced block noise. It doesn't have active LED zones or clear action. There's another thing for black detail. I have that turned off, color temperature normal. So there's an auto brightness thing. There's brightness control. Gaming low latency I have turned off. Gamma 2.0. Color space fill mode auto. Okay, so as soon as I change this, and that's great. I mean, I love the way that this looks. I can deal with this. I mean, the TV looks great. I'm really happy with it. The 1080 is great. Oh, see, you can see those little things flying across the top there. See, that's more weird noise out of this 480 signal coming over. So I can fix that if I go into picture position and go, let's see, vertical by 1. Let's see if that fixes it. Yep. Oh, nope. Vertical by 1, picture size, go 1 bigger to 2. Let's see if that fixes it. Yeah, it's gone. See, it's totally gone. It's perfect now. Stoked. So that just fixed that problem. I have no more weird digital noise going across the top there. This is a 1080 signal here on NBC. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, it looks freaking awesome. Looks really good. So now, when I switch, the only other thing that I can review, and I'm not going to do the casting. There's a cast mode where you can do Netflix and all that crap. I'm not even going to cast that because I know it's going to look good. You can find like a million other videos that show a bunch of that BS that doesn't really matter. Now here's some gaming. So everybody wants to test first-person shooters. Here you go. The speakers are actually really good. I like it. So the latency, the gaming latency, isn't bad. I could play this and not get pissed at all. As far as like response time to my movements and stuff. Shooting. Whoa. Oh, damn it. Eat this, asshole! Ah! Alright, so yeah, response time's really good. I'm happy. I'm really happy with the TV actually. I was a little nervous because a lot of times you'll get I was a little nervous because when I first got the TV, you know, the mode settings were weird. It was like way too bright, like there was stuff flickering. I think that's that clear view stuff was flickering at me. I wasn't happy about it at all. I was like, man, I'm gonna have to return this thing. But then I figured it all out once I got into the meat and potatoes. I was really happy with it. But mainly I wanted it just for my computer display. So it's great. I'm stoked. I mean, it looks beautiful. I'm able to do everything here. So, I mean, I should show you what Reason looks like. I mean, if you're familiar with Reason, let me pop this up and I can show you how crazy huge this is. No, I mean, it kind of stinks because, I mean, I'm sitting pretty far back. I like that. I like sitting far back because before I had my monitor and my 27-inch right here, and I'd have to look at it, and my eyes would like be cross-eyed for half the day, and it sucks. But sitting further back, I mean, the print's a little small, but in a lot of these apps, you might be able to like bump up the text size. so you don't have to like bump up like the overall size, which will take up space. So usually you can just bump up the text size. But I can see this stuff good enough, especially with my glasses on, that it's not going to be a problem. But if you're familiar with the program Reason, which is a music program, I mean, look at how much room you have to work with. I mean, before, if you have this on a 1080 monitor, you got to scroll like freaking crazy here and there. It's nuts. But that's it. That's all I got. So hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to show you guys me and my daughter playing Super Mario World here in just a minute. But I hope you liked that tutorial, and it is a very good desktop monitor. So I'd recommend it. I mean, there's a little bit of stuff that some people might flip out about, but for me, I'm probably going to live with this monitor in my studio for the next, I don't know, 5 years, hopefully, if it lasts that long. But I think I'm going to try and make it work. So, cool. Happy holidays. Yo guys, what's up? Back here, going to show you some stunning stuff with Chromecast. So Chromecast, and again, you don't need your Android or iOS device to do Chromecast. You just need to have a browser. So I got a regular Windows laptop with me here, and I'm at YouTube here. I'm going to load it up and hit the little button that's in the corner next to the full screen area, and there it is. There's my Blu-ray player and JVonD TV. So I'm going to go to JVonD TV, and if I hit the Blu-ray player, it would be playing on my TV inside my house right now. But there you go. Here's Big Buck Bunny, 4K, 60 frames per second. Remember years ago when 1080 first came out, people were watching this video like trying to test their streams and TVs and stuff. But here it is again. And man, the Chromecast looks just stunning. Let me make sure, yeah, it's on cast mode. So my cast mode will basically just have, it's almost the same as the computer mode, it just has like the actual computer's native or standard resolution going into it, turned off like all the processing stuff. And this looks stunning. I swear if I was a TV salesman, I'd sell 1 million of these. I'd run this video. You go into the like Best Buy or like Costco or something, they're running all these cheesy videos. I mean, a lot of those look like crap. I don't know what they did to it, but watching this looks like 100 times better in my opinion. Like this resolution right here is insane. Like looking at that, I don't know what they did to it, because I know if I watch this video on like my computer browser, full screen, it doesn't look as good. I don't know if it's like the Adobe Flash Player in YouTube that kind of doesn't make it look as good. But using the Chromecast, it looks stunning. Like you'll be mesmerized. Like I was in here with my daughter watching some 4K stuff in Chromecast on this TV, and we were mesmerized. We could not stop looking at it. So this right here, I mean, this is the real deal. Like this, you can really tell how good the monitor is, because it just looks insanely awesome. And folks, the sound's awesome. The speakers in this little thing, I don't know how they did it, because the TV is literally like razor thin, but it sounds amazing. And you'll probably go online and look and watch the reviews of these other people, and they'll be like, oh, these big time audiophiles. They probably go around with their cheesy Beats headphones on that they paid way too much for. And they're like, oh, the sound sucks. Well, I'm going to hook it up to my home theater anyways. But just for a TV, like, the sound is awesome. I love it. And I'm a recording artist, and I mix live shows live for bands and stuff. So I love it. And they even did a really good job on the surround sound. Actually, you know, in the advanced settings menu, I didn't even go into it because I didn't hear one thing that I was like thinking I should adjust. It just sounded great. Anything that was ran through it. So the surround mode is really cool, because a lot of the older versions of these TVs, like the old Vizio 1080s, like from a couple years ago, like the surround sound, like on the multi-channel audio, was so much louder than like the center channels. And usually you want the center channels louder than just some surround sound that's backing. But in this case, they did a good job because it sounds really good. And I love it. And another cool thing about Chromecast is, so like I seriously think like you guys are gonna be able to find a lot of open boxes because people are gonna get these TVs and gonna be like, oh, this is a smart TV, but it doesn't have Netflix and Pandora and all this crap, right? So don't worry about it, because I think in the future they'll have probably Netflix and Pandora Chromecasting into these TVs, because like I was just noticing today that I think InfoWars, it's just a great site that I like. I went on their live stream and I saw the Chromecast button here. I was like, no way. I mean, InfoWars is Chromecasting? How cool is that? So you can go, and I'm going to test it right now to see if it works. And so if like any like little player can actually Chromecast, then in the near future, oh nice, in the near future, pretty much every player out there will probably be able to Chromecast here pretty soon. So that's pretty freaking cool, man. I'm so stoked to be able to do all this stuff. So basically, when you get done with your Android or iOS device, you really don't need it anymore, because I can do everything except for my advanced features with my laptop. Although it would be nice to be able to adjust some of the stuff. I can just bum somebody's Android or iOS in the future and just do a quick adjustment and be done with it. So I'm really stoked with the TV, and hope you guys are too. It's awesome. Stick around. I'm going to show you me and my daughter playing the Wii U with some Super Mario World. Enjoy. Take it easy. Cheers to you. Happy holidays. Oh, I just blew it. Take this down. Oh, I shrunk. Not gonna let me dig again.